It was a crisp autumn evening when Alex received the coveted invitation to pledge it at Delta Sigma Phi, one of the most prestigious fraternities on campus. Flattered and excited, Alex couldn't resist the allure of brotherhood, parties, and connections promised by the fraternity. Little did he know the price of entry would be more sinister than he could ever imagine. As initiation night approached, Alex's nerves heightened. He had heard rumors about the brutal hazing rituals, but he brushed them off as exaggerated tales meant to scare off the faint-hearted. With a sense of trepidation mingled with excitement, he made his way to the fraternity house on the outskirts of campus. Upon arrival, Alex was greeted by a group of upperclassmen, their faces obscured by menacing masks. The air buzzed with anticipation as the pledges were led into the dimly lit basement where the ritual would take place. The first task was simple enough: recite the fraternity's creed and down a shot of whiskey in one gulp. Alex complied, feeling a rush of adrenaline as he joined his fellow pledges in the toast. But as the night wore on, the tasks became increasingly harrowing. For their next trial, the pledges were blindfolded and led into separate rooms where they were subjected to a barrage of psychological torment. Alex found himself strapped to a chair, his senses assaulted by blaring sirens and flashing lights. Disoriented and disconcerted, he struggled to maintain his composure as the minutes stretched into hours. Just when he thought he couldn't take any more, the blindfold was ripped away, revealing a ghastly scene before him. The room was bathed in blood-red light, and the walls were adorned with sinister symbols etched in chalk. In the center of the room stood a hooded figure, its eyes gleaming with malice as it beckoned Alex forward. With trembling limbs, Alex approached the figure, his heart pounding in his chest. As he drew closer, he realized with horror that the figure bore an uncanny resemblance to one of the fraternity's founding members who had mysteriously disappeared decades ago. Before Alex could react, the figure spoke in a voice that sent shivers down his spine. "Welcome to the Brotherhood," it intoned, its words dripping with malevolence. "But know this, to truly become one of us, you must embrace the darkness within." As the weeks passed, Alex found himself consumed by a sense of dread that refused to abate. Haunted by the memory of the initiation ritual, he struggled to focus on his studies, his mind constantly plagued by visions of a hooded figure and its ominous warning. Desperate for answers, Alex began delving into the fraternity's dark history, uncovering a series of chilling incidents that had been swept under the rug over the years. Tales of disappearances, suicides, and unexplained phenomena filled his research, painting a grim picture of the true nature of Delta Sigma Phi. Determined to confront the fraternity's leaders and expose their nefarious deeds, Alex enlisted the help of his closest friends, Emily and Jake. Together, they embarked on a perilous journey to unravel the mysteries surrounding Delta Sigma Phi and put an end to the hazing horrors once and for all. Their investigation led them to a secluded cabin deep in the woods, rumored to be the site of the fraternity's darkest rituals. As they cautiously approached the dilapidated structure, a sense of foreboding washed over them, the air thick with an otherworldly presence. With trepidation, they ventured inside, their flashlight beams cutting through the darkness like knives. What they found within was beyond anything they could have imagined. A labyrinth of tunnels stretching beneath the earth, adorned with macabre symbols and sacrificial altars. As they pressed further into the depths of the cabin, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber bathed in an eerie blue light. In the center of the room stood a towering statue of the hooded figure, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly intensity. Before they could react, they were set upon by a horde of hooded figures, their faces twisted into grotesque masks of madness. With no way to escape, Alex, Emily, and Jake found themselves ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse, their very souls hanging in the balance. As the hooded figures closed in, Alex's mind raced with fear and desperation. With no hope of escape, he knew that their only chance lay in confronting the source of the fraternity's power, the ancient deity worshipped by its members for generations. Summoning every ounce of courage he possessed, Alex stepped forward, his voice trembling but resolute. "We know who you are," he declared, his words echoing through the chamber. "And we're not afraid of you anymore." To his astonishment, the hooded figures faltered, their menacing facade crumbling in the face of his defiance. As the blue light flickered and faded, the chamber was plunged into darkness, the oppressive atmosphere lifting like a shroud. In the silence that followed, Alex felt a sense of profound relief wash over him, tempered by the knowledge that their ordeal was far from over. With the help of Emily and Jake, he vowed to put an end to the fraternity's reign of terror, once and for all, no matter the cost. Armed with the truth and united in purpose, they embarked on a daring plan to expose Delta Sigma Phi's dark secrets to the world. Through a combination of cunning and courage, they succeeded in dismantling the fraternity's influence and bringing its leaders to justice. But as they celebrated their hard-won victory, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that something lingered in the shadows, watching and waiting. For in the heart of darkness, there are always whispers of the unknown, haunting and eternal. And though the nightmare may end, the horror lives on, forever etched in the annals of time.